A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of tensions in Los Angeles, President Donald Trump has authorized the deployment of an additional 2,000 National Guard troops to the city, a move that California Governor Gavin Newsom has condemned as a deranged fantasy of a dictatorial president. This decision comes as protests against Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) raids against undocumented individuals enter their fourth day. The protests began on Friday and have intensified over the weekend, spurred by the initial deployment of National Guard troops and now the addition of U.S. Marines. On Monday, Trump announced the deployment of 700 Marines to support the National Guard, a move that Governor Newsom quickly criticized. U.S. Marines have served honorably across multiple wars in defense of democracy. They are heroes, Newsom stated. They shouldn't be deployed on American soil facing their own countrymen to fulfill the deranged fantasy of a dictatorial president. This is un-American. Newsom's remarks reflect a growing concern about the militarization of domestic law enforcement and the implications for civil liberties. The governor also pointed out that the initial deployment of 2,000 National Guard troops has been largely ineffective, with only about 300 actively engaged while the rest remain idle in federal buildings. He tweeted, "The first 2,000? Given no food or water. Only approximate 300 are deployed, the rest are sitting and used in federal buildings without orders. This isn't about public safety. It's about stroking a dangerous president's ego. This is reckless, pointless, and disrespectful to our troops." In a letter to Trump, Newsom formally requested the withdrawal of the National Guard troops, arguing that their deployment was unlawful and a breach of state sovereignty. "We didn't have a problem until Trump got involved. This is a serious breach of state sovereignty, inflaming tensions while pulling resources from where they're actually needed. Rescind the order. Return order to California," he wrote. Historically, the deployment of National Guard troops without a state's request is rare, marking the first such instance since the 1960s. The use of military forces for domestic law enforcement raises significant constitutional questions and concerns about the role of the military in civil affairs. As protests erupted across Los Angeles, demonstrators clashed with police, leading to the use of stun grenades and gas canisters by law enforcement to disperse crowds. The LAPD reported that some demonstrators threw objects at officers, resulting in numerous arrests over the weekend, with charges ranging from attempted murder to looting. The unrest has also spread to other major cities, including New York, Philadelphia, and San Francisco, as activists rally against the federal government's immigration policies. In response to the escalating violence, Trump defended his decision to send in the National Guard, claiming it was necessary to prevent the city from burning down. He stated, "You watch same clips I did. Cars burning, people rioting, we stopped it. I feel we had no choice." The president has also suggested that Governor Newsom could face legal repercussions for his opposition to the federal response, further heightening the political stakes of the ongoing crisis. In a press conference, LA Mayor Karen Bass echoed Newsom's concerns, characterizing the troop deployment as a deliberate attempt by the Trump administration to create disorder and chaos in our city. The mayor highlighted the ongoing ICE raids that continue to fuel public outrage and unrest among local communities. As the situation develops, Governor Newsom's administration is moving forward with a lawsuit against the Trump administration, arguing that the deployment of troops violates both the U.S. Constitution and California's state sovereignty. The outcome of this legal battle may have far-reaching implications for the balance of power between state and federal authorities, particularly in the context of military involvement in domestic affairs. As protests continue and tensions remain high, the eyes of the nation are on Los Angeles, where the actions of both local and federal authorities will be scrutinized as they navigate this unprecedented crisis. The deployment of military forces in response to civil unrest raises critical questions about democracy, governance, and the rights of citizens. And the unfolding events in Los Angeles may set a significant precedent for future conflicts between state and federal power. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.